Hello friends, welcome to Notebook Videos. Let's begin with the lesson, The World in My Home. But before we do get started, imagine that I am your best friend. Someone who you can tell all your secrets to. Someone whom you can ask all the questions you have in mind. Do I look good enough to be your friend? If yes, then let's begin.
My friend, has it ever happened that you and your sister want the same gun or toy to play with? Or have you fought with your father to watch a cartoon in TV when he's watching an important cricket match? Yes, all this happens very often. All of us want the same thing, the same toy, watch the same TV, eat too many laddus when others don't have enough. This is called a tug of war.
What do we do when such fights happen? Do we cry and shout and create a huge trouble for others? Or do we think of being polite and nice to everyone? If you ask me, then I'll say, let's all learn to share. Let's learn to give up if it's an important cricket match that would not happen again. Or share the toy with your sister if she's too young and not big enough to understand like you. You don't want to be fighting over little things, do you? What is the second story in our lesson? The second one is about differences between things that girls and boys can do. You may have often seen, my friends, that your sister is not allowed to do things that you are allowed to do. Does it seem strange to you? Do you think it's unfair to your sister, or you have not thought about it? Let's see what happens to Pratibha.
Once, Pratibha was playing outside her home and she was having a lot of fun. In the middle of this fun, she forgot to return home on time. Her mom was extremely upset with her. She scolded her for being late but did not tell anything to her brothers. Pratibha was very upset with this. Her brothers stayed out late but not scolded like Pratibha.
So what do you learn from this incident? Would you be sensitive to your sisters or girlfriends when they are not able to do something that you are able to do? We need to be sympathetic towards everyone's feelings around us, especially those whom we need to support like our sisters. Let's move on to the third story. It is about cheating. Friends, have you ever knowingly fooled anyone? You should not. You should never fool anyone, and especially a poor person, for money. If I have been your friend so far, you should honestly ask this question to yourself and tell me. Let's see what happens to the vendor in the Pillu Auntie story.
Once, Pillu Auntie took Fali, Nazar and their friends to a nearby mela. They had fun on the giant wheel and ate bhel puri and bought balloons. They also wanted to have iced cold kulfis, which Pillu Auntie agreed to buy. The kulfi man sold 7 kulfis and everyone ate the kulfis. But while asking for money, he forgot to charge for 7 kulfis and took the price for 5 kulfis only. The children were overjoyed as they thought that they saved money for 2 kulfis. But this was very wrong. So Pillu Auntie paid the rest of the money back to the kulfi man as she did not want to cheat him.
Tell me what you would have done. Would you have paid the kulfi man for all the 7 kulfis? I am sure you would have, because you are a good child. But not everything is our fault, my children. Often we do things as we are told. For examples, at times we are told not to visit some of our friends' houses or talk to some people in our community. This may be because of our parents' worry about us, but can we stick to it all the time?
Anil and Akshay were good friends but belonged to different kinds of families. Akshay's grandma disliked him mixing with Anil and had instructed him to not visit his house and eat or drink anything. But on a very hot day, Akshay visited Anil's house, and it so happened that Anil offered him a glass of water to drink. Akshay was thirsty but did not know what to do, as he was told to not eat or drink anything by his grandma.
I was very upset to hear this incident because I knew Akshay was thirsty. It was a hot day and he wanted to drink the water. So sometimes, if it's a necessity, you may have to do certain things that you have been asked not to do. You may have to take the right decision if it's not harming anyone.
Let's hear another story where a similar thing happens. Dhondu comes from a village family. His family is huge and they are farmers. He has an elder uncle who takes all the decisions in the family. Dhondu wanted to do something new for his family. He wanted to find ways of earning money and told his father about buying a chakki machine. The machine would grind grain and help other people in the village too. This idea was liked by Dhondu's father, but his uncle refused to buy one.
Do you try new things for your family? I'm sure you do. And your parents love you for it. But think of Dhondu's uncle. Did he do the right thing? What would you have told him if you were the Dhondu? Well, I would have asked Dhondu's uncle to try and buy a chakki machine and see if it would work for the village people and whether it helps them earn Dhondu's family more money. It's always good to try good and new things, my friends. Am I still your friends, children? Are you liking these stories? If yes, then let's move on to our last story in the lesson, where we talk about the things we don't like to do.
All of us have secrets and we don't share them with everyone. Ritu had a secret. She was scared of Meena's uncle. She did not want to see him or talk to him or shake her hands with him. Sadly, there was no reason for Ritu to behave in this way, as Meena's uncle was very fond of Ritu.
Do you have such secrets, my friends? Are you scared of people you should not be of? Do you hate some of your friends in your class or refuse to help them? Think about it and discuss with your teachers and parents. Make sure you don't behave like Ritu with your friend. With this, we come to the end of this session. I hope you have enjoyed the session and we look forward to seeing you in our next videos. Goodbye.